Okay. Right. Crucius 4? That's the one. Alrighty. Let's go. Aim. Target. Fire. Alright, accelerate. In space, there's nothing. You hear nothing. It does cost power to make solar sails. However, it's not that much. It's not that much, and we make loads anyway. So I mean, I'm just kind of gonna leave it alone until we want to expand it. You know? Okay. So we've done that. What are our priorities now? Casimir crystals, that'll probably be done by the time that we get back. We need to automate production of information matrices. It's very, very important. We're actually almost to the end of the tech tree, but I mean, obviously this is where it starts getting complicated. Vertical launching silo. No point in queuing that up. I guess we can queue up gas giant exploration. What the heck, eh? Okay, keep on pushing it a little bit. And we're almost there. I think it's going to be the mecha upgrades, really, that are probably going to tax us. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. All right, looks good so far. Looks good so far. Looks good. We're aiming for the center of the planet. Excellent. It's a perfect landing. It's a perfect landing. Wrong button. Wrong button. That one. Okay. Where do be our silicon mine? Aha! Over here. Okay. Let's fly right around this way. This is also a small planet. Also a small planet in comparison to the base starting planet. Okay. Very, very simply, it's going to be excellent to get down this thing. Beautiful. Let's go. And we need belts. Fine. I think we can just about handle that. Don't really think that there is much point in... Don't think there is much point in getting faster belts. I really sincerely do not think that we'll need it. We'll get one fast outserter. That'll probably be overkill. Anyway. Alrighty. Alright, now we do silicon, and we say remote supply, local supply, max that out. I suspect strongly that we're already going to see a couple of ships head out this way. Okay. Power is low, but I mean that's not necessarily a problem. It will eventually charge up. And I'm sure everything will be just fine. Let's lower the charging rates. Lower that to the absolute minimum. I mean, if we have any other sources of power out here, it would be good to stick them down. We don't have any iron, so I guess there's not much point in that. Move all of this out of there. Can I move silicon in here manually? Oh, I totally can. I totally can. How did I do that? Huh. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I can take more silicon with me. It's gonna take a little while to charge this up. It's gonna take a little while to charge this up, but it'll happen. It'll happen. In transit, minus 1,500. Yeah. How did I manage to stick this in here? Just by clicking it? Oh, it's just that simple. Oh, cool. All right. So if you click the silicon, you can actually add it. All right. So I did manage to do that. Very, very, very interesting indeed. Okay. I really do wish that I had another power source that I could use to add to this interstellar logistics system, because that's a bit irritating that we ain't got nothing at the moment. This does have 600 megajoules worth of. This does have 600 megajoules worth of storage charge. I could use my deuterium fuel rod. I could use my deuterium fuel rod. I actually might be able to make some solar panels. No, not able to make solar panels. Not able to make anything that's, I think, power productive, but whatever. We got Casimir crystals now. I did say that would be ready by the time that I got back. Let's pop on a couple of hydrogen fuel rods. We'll pop half of them on. I doubt we'll actually need all of them, but that's fine. If I have a little zoom out, we may in fact be able to see that, a ship is en route. Oh my goodness, look at it. Look at it. You can see there's a swarm of the things. Swarm of the things arriving. Which is fine, but it does mean that I need to be back. I need to be back at Cassius. Sorry, not Cassius. Crucius 3. So that we can do the silicon output stuff. Right. Head over there and speed up. Cool. All right, let's use pretty much all of our fuel. There go the logistics vessels. Excellent. Wonderful. We're still firing solar sails. Still firing solar sails. Still doing it. Still doing it. And I'm still okay with the fact that we're doing it. All right, let's accelerate a little bit more. All right. And we have the ultimate insurance policy. We have the ultimate insurance policy, that of the deuterium fuel rods. All right. Why is it so gosh darn far away? Speed up a little bit more. Can we max out our speed before we get home? Pretty much. Cool. Yeah, what is the max solar sail speed? I presume that there is a max. I'm pretty sure that we're close to it. I mean, given that there's 2,000. Okay, so yeah, okay, we're pretty close to it. Well, I mean, 1 or 2 upgrades away. And we can only do 1,000 at the moment. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Oh, the amount of silicon that we're going to get. Oh, it's going to be incredible. It's going to make such a genuinely huge difference. For processor production, it's going to be big. Nailed it. Nailed the landing. Nailed the landing. Beautiful. I know it's over here. It's over this way. I saw it just on the horizon. My modifications to the planet. Cool. All right. So, here's the thing. I chatted about before how I really dislike this area. So I dislike this area and the processor production area especially. Now that we've got silicon coming in thick and fast, right? We can just straight up use its smelters. Yeah, so we can straight up just use smelters to make this stuff. This what's it called? High purity silicon. That's what it's called. And then that will allow us to make much more easily this microcrystalline component. So, without further ado, let's grab these. Let's make a whole bunch of smelters whilst we are juicing hardcore. Grab these 2. Fine. Go juice right now. Okay, I think our power satisfaction, if we're discharging from the batteries, then that means that we are in a pretty good place power-wise, to be honest. Which is excellent. Okay. Let's find this here. Let's take some belts, and we will take some silicon out of here. Cool. Don't really want that bit of belt to be there, but that's fine. Extend that out that way. Cool. So, I don't necessarily know if we want to use all of our silicon to be turned into high purity silicon. That's probably what we're going to need most of it for. But just in case, let's make sure that we leave a little bit of distance between the port and between the production area so that we can perhaps squeeze a splitter in there at some point in the future if indeed we need to. High purity silicon, high purity silicon, high purity silicon, and high purity silicon. Excellent. Good stuff. Right. Let's power it. Beautiful. And so this, oh man, it's just so easy now that we have silicon. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That is such a huge find, actually. I know that it doesn't really feel like it, but by golly, it is. Okay. So, we actually have copper here as well, which probably could not be more perfect if it tried. So, we're gonna grab a couple of mines. We're gonna grab even more of these assembly machines. We're gonna need locally produced stone, which we actually have over here. Okay. Take that, take that. And throw down as many additional smelters as we possibly can. So, copper production is over there. Probably one will be just fine. One mine, that is. And then... Okay. Then microcrystalline structures can be made, I guess anywhere really. They need to be made in here. We'll make 4 or 5 of those, something like that. And then we get this all hooked up on the front end and also on the back end too. Okay. Alright. So, what's actually required for circuits? Circuits, out of curiosity, let me turn that off. Circuits require just iron ingots. Okay, well, let's not faff around with circuits yet. Although, there is almost certainly, like, a real need to get a bespoke circuit production area set up. Probably pretty quickly. Okay, high purity silicon is good. Let's get assembly machines down over here to turn that high purity silicon into microcrystalline structures. Microcrystalline structures. And microcrystalline structures. Processors will then use circuit boards, hence why getting a bespoke circuit board production area would be really, really nice. However, let's not faff around with that too much, because I know for a fact that we are currently producing about enough circuit boards to at least satisfy demand. I mean, we're using circuit boards in solar cell production. We're using circuits in blue science production. There's a lot of stuff. Let's do copper over here. Can probably split this copper belt and use it for circuit production over here at some point in the future if we want to. That's actually kind of stupid. We should probably do that the other way around. Yeah. So do this the other way around, and then the output belt can be here. The input belt can be here. Yeah. Yeah, solar sails are just expandable. No, not expandable. I guess they are technically expandable, but expendable solar panels. And the fact that they've got such a limited lifespan means that they are, you know, necessarily, I guess, of limited usefulness, I suppose. Okay. Right. Next part of the puzzle. Next part of the puzzle is finding the line of circuits, which is over here. We do have loads of circuits. We do have, like, bloomin' loads of circuits. It's not even close, to be honest. We have a lot of circuits. We have a lot of circuits. Are we running out of iron ore here? Not exactly running out, but it's taken a little while. That's for sure. It's taken a little while. I feel like the original resource deposits are beginning to deplete. And then we're waiting Same for plastic. Plastic is graphite. Why the bleeding heck do we not have graphite? That might be a belt line issue. Oh no, we're just low on graphite as well. Honestly, it's kind of good to see that we're low on a couple of resources, because it means that resources are being spent and resources are being used and everything is sort of working in at least some degree of harmony, which is kind of nice. Okay, that was a lot of chatter and not a lot of action. That's my trademark, actually. I've got a deuterium fractionator over here as well. I knew that I had one. I knew I had one, and I just hadn't placed it down. How daft is that? Need foundation support? No worries, amigo. I'm there. Alright. Right in there, right in there. Take this out here. And this over here. Yeah, so it's not a huge amount of circuits that we need for processors, is it? I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's leave a little bit of room to expand the crystalline structures over here, and then we will do... We'll do this over here. I haven't juiced in a while. This is a big old problem. I'm due a little juicing. Okay, we'll stick one chamber, one fuel rod in the chamber, and then I'll fly back and juice up. Okay, we're just about able to sustain flight with a... It's so sluggish. Okay, let's pop in some more hydrogen fuel cells. So at least I can walk. Oh, goodness gracious me. An orbital collector. I don't think that we've unlocked an orbital collector yet. At least not as far as I'm aware. We're pretty close to, like, the endgame stuff. So things are about to start getting freaking spicy. Mark my words. Mark my words. Okay, we've juiced up. Let's move back. Okay, so this is... What even is this stuff? Oh, this is graphene. This is graphene here. We can probably continue this belt still in an elevated fashion. Let's do that. There we go. Alrighty. It's, I will say, for a game that just released, this game has a lot of content. It's very, very pog. Very pog. I like it a lot. Pretty sure that's obvious, but, you know, just to absolutely clarify. Okay. So, input, 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 input. And so it is 2 circuits, 2 microcrystalline components. Alright. That's super easy. We can scale this up. We will continue to scale this up, obviously. It's not going to be difficult to do at all. But for now, we're just going to throw down a storage facility. And we'll just sort of leave it there. And... not really anticipating any difficulties, to be honest. They're over there fixing some belt up. That's fine. Nice. Okay. Good. Let's split the circuits. We're continuing to pop solar sails in orbit. Love to see it. Good stuff. And we are desperate for plastic. Desperate for plastic. Desperate for graphene. Like graphite, even. There's so many graphene, graphites. Fine. Okay, so this is gonna be the processor production for the information matrix, which we are very, very close to getting. So the other half of the information matrix is the particle broadband. Plastic is easy. Plastic is easy as long as we have oil. the silicon crystal. The silicon crystal. What is the way that we want to make the silicon crystal? At the moment, it's just smelting the high purity silicon. Now that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I like that a lot. I think that's what we want to do. We want to do that process. So we want to get that sorted. We do have the high purity silicon over here. And to be honest, I think that we can probably just split the output. Alternatively, we could just bring it down this way. I think we'll just bring it down, to be honest. Yeah, so I guess the excess of the processor process will get used on the particle broadband process. Particle broadband is a really funky name. I still don't think that that's a good translation. I think fiber optic cabling is probably what was intended, but that's just pure speculation. Okay, let's throw down the smelters over here. And then here, we're going to make crystal silicon. Crystal silicon. Alright, and then that needs to be combined. Is it combined to make particle broadband in a assembler? That is indeed. Okay, and then we need to sort out plastic, and then what is this other stuff? Carbon nanotube? Oh, that's actually very, very easy. That's very easy. So that's graphene, which we've got in absolute abundance, combined with titanium, which we also have in absolute abundance. So this is the graphene line. There's a titanium line literally right over there. That's gonna be pretty easy to do. Let's go and juice up, because gosh darn, I'm sick and tired of running out of juice mid project here. Okay. Will we need anything else to do this? Made in a chemical facility. Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty logical then. We're gonna need at least a couple of chemical facilities. Let's try for 3 chemical facilities. That's fine. So that's the carbon nanotube sorted. I think that's everything. I think that's absolutely everything sorted. And then we'll also need, how could I forget, we'll also need plastic. And getting plastic probably is the biggest problem. Probably is the biggest problem for us. Because we're out of graphite. We're out of graphite. Alright, well, go stick this down. Short term, let's get this all going. Where's the final assembly process? Do we want the final assembly process to be over here? I think the final process for assembly of the information matrix can be over here. The rest of the process can sort of be concluded in this vicinity. Okay. That did not connect. Fine. How much titanium do we have? Plenty of titanium, plenty of silicon as well. Good stuff. So, chemical facility next. Chemical facility to make the carbon nanotube. Carbon nanotube is titanium and graphene, if I can recall. I need to check real quick. It's literally just those 2 ingredients. Right, best place to do this. I feel like it's right here. Okay. Very, very simple. Need foundation support. Happy to provide it. That goes over there. And then we either have the option to split the titanium belts. Split the titanium belt here, which is not going to be too difficult at all. Or, honestly, just bring out a brand new titanium belt. I feel like that's probably preferable, to be honest. I feel like it kind of is. We are going to have to... If we want to split this graphene belt, we're probably going to need to stick down a splitter underneath, because I don't think that you can place splitters just sort of floating in midair. So what I'm sensing is that instead of doing a brand new titanium belt, we probably just split this belt, given that we're going to need to place a splitter here anyway. So we might as well just go for it. Yeah. So two-story splitters. Slope is too steep. Don't worry about it. We can fix that. Perfectly in line. Let's not try and collide here. Let's try and do that. Then down. Brilliant. Okay, so that's graphene sorted. That's titanium sorted. That is going to be everything that we need. Alright, output belt over here. We could have a third output belt. That's totally fine. Ooh, yeah. I don't think that we can... Yeah, we can't delete the splitter on the bottom. Target covered by another object, which I think is the game's way of saying... also, I've plumbed in these belts like a dingus, like an idiot. This is terrible. I think I tried to do this with something earlier, but I can't remember what. But yeah... So that's not possible. Bit of a shame there. I'd like to get rid of that one because it would be good to have like a bespoke belt. Certainly would make it would make the graphene belt just go straight instead of the weird angle that it's at the moment. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's no great hassle. I suspect that this is going to get us more than enough carbon nanotube anyway. Right, carbon nanotube. What's the advanced recipe? Oh yeah, directly from spiniform stalagmite crystal. Right, well, I would wager that that's not in our system.
The amount of your solar sails has reached a certain scale.
What?
They have formed a Dyson swarm around the star. You should be able to clearly see it right now. To receive such energy,
yes,
you have built a ray receiver to absorb the transmission.
Okay.
The Dyson swarm can generate power simultaneously. Every solar sail launched for a certain life cycle.
So we have a Dyson swarm now? Okay, let me have a little look. So how many do we have? Oh, we have 1,000. Okay, so we have 1,000 solar sails, and this apparently constitutes a Dyson swarm. I think it's literally just that simple. Like, I don't think that there's anything too much more to say, right? I mean, we have a certain number of solar sails, and that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it, to be honest. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, nothing really more to say about it. Nothing more to say about it. Okay. Alright, we'll go nab a little bit of extra iron. What does that leave us with? That leaves us with just needing plastic, which is graphite, which is... Ah, we have coal over here. We could actually get a local production of coal or whatever. Alternatively, is there any way that I can sort of speed up this process or make it just work a little bit better? Not really. Not really, to be honest. Not really at all. I think the answer that we're really looking for is that we're gonna need to crack more oil. But if we crack more oil, then that's gonna put more strain on our refined oil. So we're gonna need to crack more general oil, I guess. Yeah, but graphite remains the problem. I think what we do is we just get locally produced graphite. I think we get locally produced graphite, or maybe even just like plummet into the network over here somewhere. Yeah. Let's grab some more iron, because I'm pretty sure that I'm out of iron. Fine. Right, so we need some more electromagnets. We need more assembly machines. That's fine. We're gonna need some miners. And for that, we need electromagnets, of which we have a great number. A great, great, great number. Right. Okay, so locally produced graphite. Very, very, very nice. And I tell you what, this will be a good opportunity, really. It's a good opportunity to not necessarily start afresh, but you know, maybe to fix some of the problems that we clearly have. There we go. So, smeltery down over here, here, and here. Oh, that's so irritating that the planet has decided to change just at the moment that I didn't want it to. It's fine, though. Alright, we're gonna end up with a really ugly back-end belt here. But unavoidable. Unavoidable. Okay, whilst we're waiting for belt to build, let's get some power cable down. That doesn't satisfy it. Fine. Let's go. We could change the grid. We could change the grid. We could change the placements. But I frankly do not think that it's worth it for just ensuring that we have a pretty belt here. There we go. At the end of the world, I can learn to love a horrible belt like this. Okay. So. Yeah, copying and pasting working orders to production buildings is good. I don't really use it enough. I really should. It's quite exciting. Okay, miniature particle accelerator, wonderful. So that gives us a better return. In fact, that gives us a way better return on deuterium production, and a much faster return as well, but not necessarily a better return. Okay, what else? What else do we need? Okay, let me nab one of these just so that I can see what we're doing. Okay, so to shoot for particle broadband, plastic. Let's get some chemical plants down there in order to get some plastic. Our tech tree at the moment, I think this is the last. No, actually, tell a lie. Strange matter. Okay, we'll queue that up as well. This is the last. This is the last couple of techs that are yellow only. So apart from a few techs, that's pretty much every yellow tech. And now what we're doing is we're just getting the information matrix, which is the purple tech, and then after that we're gonna get the green tech, which is, I mean, just so whack that I don't even know. But we've almost got the purple tech here, which is kind of nice. Right. So, oil. Let's nab this belt over here because this is our refined oil belts, and we'll take this all the way across here. We'll... Oop, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh yeah, in the bottom right-hand corner, it does show total playtime. That completely escaped me. That completely escaped me. Very, very cool. Very, very, very cool indeed. Alrighty. So, combining refined oil with graphite to make plastic. Let's do that. Where do we want to do that? I actually think we probably want to do it over here. Yeah. Need foundation support, etc. There we go. Just terraform the planet a little bit. Alright. Officially, we have a Dyson Swarm. Officially, we have a Dyson Swarm. Although, I really don't think that that constitutes, anything. It's a nice little milestone, though. It's a nice little milestone. And to be honest, if anything, it might just convince me to move all of my EM machines, EM rail machines up to the poles. That might be the biggest outcome of this. Did I not queue up more belt? I thought I did queue up more belt. My B. I tell you what, though. I've never really felt like I've needed to automate belt production. I mean, I know that it might be slightly easier to do, but I've never really felt like I needed to do it. Okay. So, over there, over there, over there, and over there. We can obviously scale this up if we need to. Plastic, we get one plastic outside here, so let's see if we can do this, I guess. Cool. This is my first time actually going over 2 corresponding belts. Don't know how I feel about it, but I guess I'll find out. It does look a little bit, it looks a little bit weird. I guess because my mind is like sort of stuck in Factorioville. I guess it's not like a million miles different from Factorio in terms of the way that it goes over belts, but I guess in my mind going over 1 belt is like a long-armed inserter, and then going over 2 is just like mind-breaking. Video game? These belts are supposed to be connected? Don't know how on earth that didn't manage to go together. Is that definitely connected? That's definitely connected. Cool. Alrighty. Now, however, there we go. We have a little bit of a different power network. Cool. Okay, so plastic is a go. Nanotubes are a go. Nanotubes are over here. Now we just need to combine them. Now we need to combine them, and we need to combine them into the final product, which we can do right over here. Yeah. We'll do it here. Nice. Right here, I think, is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna drag this down. This is actually gonna be reverse the flow here. We're gonna reverse the flow here, and that across there. Then this can go in the other direction. So that's 2 out of 3, and then 3 out of 3. We need to grab the carbon nanotubes, and we'll be grand. Okay. Apparently we don't have graphene as an output here. I'm probably gonna need to sort of, I guess, rejig some of the ratios here. But I think for now we should be okay. Also, I'm just about to dejuice myself again. I really sincerely hate when that happens. Okay, you know what? Let's put deuterium in my reactor. See if that makes a difference. That seems pretty exciting. 8 megajoules a pop is nice. Bring this across here. We lack a few belts, but no matter. No matter whatsoever, we'll be grand. Okay. I've got a little bit of spare graphite that I can throw in there. I got a little bit of graphene that I can throw in there. I've got options. Okay. So this looks a little bit weird, given that there are, I guess, like, alternating input angles for each and every resource. But it's fine. Okay, what's the ratio of goods here, by the way? I should really check before we do. It's 2-to-1. It's 2-to-1, which means that the two closest... The two closest belts should probably be graphene, carbon nanotubes and crystals. So let's reverse this a little bit. So there is just a little bit of additional speed available to the resources that actually need it. 1, 2, 3, then 1, then 2, then 3. Okay. Yeah, I think that our red production area is a little bit low on hydrogen at the moment. I think that's what we really need at the red production area. Although I don't think that we're in a terrible position. Okay, copy, paste, and paste. Wonderful. Okay, I was even using the hotkeys there. Okay, so particle broadband looks like we're not really going to have any issues with the production as it stands at the moment. We'll see if we've got enough plastic. I suspect that plastic is going to be one of the first things to go, but not necessarily the end of the world. We've got a couple of matrix labs just chilling out over here. Let's do... I mean, I guess it doesn't particularly matter because matrix labs can be stacked up pretty substantially. Get the outputs over here. Let's go juice up. Oh, goodness gracious me. I need to juice. Okay, graphite. Graphite juice will be just fine. It's because I'm building so much. It's because I'm building so gosh darn much. Okay, particle broadband. I really want to just get this started, and then I can go and worry about the rest. Oh, I put a storage container down here, fully anticipating that we'd have made at least a couple of processors, but no, I didn't put any sorters on the output there, so I guess that makes perfect sense as to why nothing was actually built. Then this can go over here. We might as well just input from the same side because what the heck, why not, eh? You are going to be set to produce information matrices. Good stuff. Yep, produce information matrices. All of them are producing information matrices. Why are they not producing information matrices? It's because they don't have any power. Fine, we are officially... As soon as I get 2 more flippin' sorters down, we're going to be officially making information matrices. How incredible is that? We're so close. Okay, you know what? Stick down a massively overkill level 3 exporter. Alright, information matrices are a go. Again, the ratios are probably going to be terrible, but at the end of the day, it doesn't particularly matter. We can always expand pretty much anywhere that we need to. Good stuff. So it's two processors, 1 particle broadband. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Cheers. Okay. All right. What is next? I mean, we need to take the output of this. We need to take the information matrix and stick it somewhere. And we're probably gonna try and stick it back into our labs over here that are gonna do the vast majority of the processing. But I think for now we'll just export. We'll just export into a storage facility for now. Because we're still gonna complete whatever this is. The satellite substation. Wide area power distribution can provide power for longer. Very cool. Okay. let's just export. Let's just export for now. We'll export with one of these. And we will output the information matrices into a storage container and just keep it. Alternatively, we could maybe do some, what's it called? On-person research? On-mech research? Use inventory research? Whatever the case. It doesn't particularly matter. Okay. Looks like the ratio of particle broadband to processors is looking good. Going to another planet is not only worth it, it's absolutely essential. It's absolutely essential. So, at the moment, all of our silicon is coming from another planet. All of our titanium is coming from another planet. I mean, unless you want to walk around the planet picking up rocks for the rest of the game, you kind of have to go to another planet, to be honest. It's kind of necessary, actually. Okay, so how many solar cells do we have here? 1,016? Interesting. Interesting. You can just fly to the other planet, though. That's the thing. You just get the mech upgrade that allows you to fly, whatever it's called, and then just fly across. Speaking of mech upgrades, we should probably ray transmission minus 10% solar ray energy dissipation. I think that's what we want to get. I think that we want to improve that. Research speed plus 60 hash per lab researching speed. Ooh, I like the idea of that, actually. Let's queue that up, because 1,000 cubes is not too crazy. Not too crazy at all. Still, freaking yellow science remains the biggest problem. Remains far and away the biggest problem. Okay. Alrighty. What are we waiting for here? Processors? Let's go nab some iron. Let's go nab some iron, and then let's juice up. Unfortunately, here the crazy thing is that I think that we just need... I think that we really need, in order to solve not necessarily all of our problems, but we need more oil, right? We need more oil, and it needs to be cracked more effectively. We need to be cracking more and more oil. I don't think that there's any... Is there any late game cracking tech that I've sort of missed out on? Wave function interface, that's just a thing that you can build. Strange matter, that's just a thing that you can build. Quantum chip, that's just a thing that you can build. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that X-ray... I think it's X-ray cracking, isn't it? Pretty sure that... No, is it plasma cracking or X-ray cracking? I can never remember. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure we've got the best cracking that there is. Or whatever this process is. Whatever this process is. Building another mech to do all of the dirty work. I should build another AI that is capable of outsmarting me, and just, you know, taking my job and just doing it all instead of me. That would be such an incredible idea. We're back to not having titanium crystals because we don't have graphite. Because we don't have freaking graphite. Okay. Solution to not having graphite is to add a little bit of additional little oil refinery action over here, which is definitely possible, definitely doable. But then we're going to further strain our very limited stocks of crude oil and refined oil specifically. Right, produce a couple of oil refineries, and maybe we'll expand this a little bit. Okay. I'm that AI. Other people are cracking open a cold one at my expense. That's horrific. That's horrific. That's a big sad, actually. That's a big sad when I think about it like that. I could be cracking open a cold one right now, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Okay. Alright, so, yeah. So we can either do plasma refining, which is the basic crude into hydrogen / refined oil style, which is fine, or X-ray cracking, which is the one that I'm doing. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm still, by the way, immensely happy. Immensely happy. Immensely happy with this setup that I've got going here. I'm telling you, this is gonna become the meta. This is gonna become the meta cracking strategy. This is it. This is it right here. I say that like I invented it, which I absolutely didn't. Don't claim credit for using a game mechanic. It's that would be a little bit ridiculous. I'm just really happy with how it turned out, okay? I'm just really happy with how it turned out. Okay. So, that goes there, that goes there. Let's continue to loop around this belt over here. Doesn't need to be fancy. Gosh, it does look terrible, though. Excuse me? Kind of looks garbage. Nice. Also, I think I'm getting to the point. I think I'm getting to the point where I would like to move. Where I would like to move my railguns to the North Pole. I think I'm pretty much there. I know that I said that solar sails were pointless, and I'm not that interested in throwing resources down the drain. That being said, I'm now interested in throwing resources down the drain in the pursuit of solar sails. Okay, lack of item. Come on. More belts. More belts. Right. So this is going to be a graphite belt. The lower belt is, of course, the graphite one. And this is hydrogen. Cool. So, as long as I'm able to effectively remember... As long as I'm able to effectively remember how this setup is supposed to be set up, then we should be fine. I need level 2 splitters. Yeah, we're gonna need EM ejector rails for the late game anyway. So we might as well get it all sorted now, right? Okay, so graphite goes onto this belt here. Graphite goes onto that belt there. And then we move hydrogen between the two factories, right? Pretty sure it's just that simple. And this goes onto X-ray cracking. And we need hydrogen, which we don't have. Aha, because we're outputting hydrogen onto this belt right here. I see. Yes, we need to get that instituted there, so we're moving hydrogen slightly more quickly to the right location. Instead, please. There we go. Cool. And then we also needed a little overflow here. The resources that it takes to get to a planet, I guess it entirely depends. It can take as little resource or as much resource as you want, I guess. Like, theoretically, you can just go slowly. Theoretically, you can just go slowly and you'll eventually get there. If you want to do it, like, in a decent time, then you'll probably want to take a good few resources with you. Something that I do think that I should have done earlier is get deuterium processing up and running. You know, even for the sake of just having that incredible backup plan, I guess. Hydrogen is output there. So that was, you know, so that would be what I would think is a good idea. This is looking fine. It's looking fine. There we go. Onto the belt. No, hold on. That didn't work. So yeah, you know, you can go to planets as fast or as slow as you'd like. It's pretty much that simple. Cool. Okay, so that is hydrogen sorted. We are, unsurprisingly, completely out of refined oil. Completely out of refined oil. As I somewhat anticipated, it's becoming a little bit of a problem. Also, weirdly, we're not really technically out of refined oil. In actuality, it looks like we are just having what I think would commonly be referred to as a traffic jam, actually. A traffic jam. Dismantle that conveyor and rebuild it. Okay. Oh, refined oil is useful. It's... Honestly, there is a lot of refined oil to be used. There is a lot of refined oil to be used. It's a pretty useful resource. Okay, good stuff. Excellent. Okay, so I think that should be more speed. I still don't think it's going to be enough production, even if all of these refineries are actually working full speed ahead, which they are. We can still get more. Obviously, we can get more. But I almost feel like this is probably worthy of another planet. We get an oil setup on another planet. Gosh darn. We are cracking so much oil. Can you believe that? We're cracking so much oil. And still, it ain't enough. It ain't enough. It's a little bit better, though. It's a little bit better. It is a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Resources from the gas giant. So we have the orbit collector. The orbit collector. I think it's hydrogen that you get from a gas giant. I think it's hydrogen. Let me have a little look on the solar system map. I mean, we got a bloomin' gas giant right here. Collectible fire ice is what we can get from the gas giant, or collectible hydrogen. Fire ice? What the heck is fire ice? I mean, that in and of itself seems cool enough to start exploring. Yeah, just simple fire ice, right? It's just that simple. Okay, we're completely out of... What's the issue? Chips? We're out of silicon? What? How are we out of silicon? How the bleeding heck are we out of silicon? How on... Okay, I'm gonna... There's gonna be a stern warning to my silicon outpost. How on earth did we manage to run out of hydrogen? I have zero idea how that happened. Okay, we're gonna have to go and show... We're gonna have to show that other planet how it's done. Okay. Do we have enough hydrogen fuel cells to get us across there? We do. We've also got our ultimate insurance policy, which is going to be completely fine. Okay. We got to investigate. We got to investigate fire ice. Frozen methane. That's what fire ice is? Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay, let's pop quickly across to the planet. I do love how you can actually just pop quickly across to planets. It's very, very cool. We're going to Crucius, whatever this one is over here. We're going to be able to yoink up to max speed. I do want to move my EM ejector rails. It's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point. It's a little bit far away in the orbit, unfortunately. However, We can go past the sun, and we can see all of our solar sails. How many do we have? 930. So we haven't even maxed it out. This isn't even our max here. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we can probably look at getting some other resources from other gas giants at some point. You know, from distant stars. Okay. Oh, okay, that's the warp. Okay, well we wanna get the next level of drive engine. I don't know what the warp entails, but that seems pretty pog to me. And we're there, by the way. We'll be there as soon as we sort out our freaking silicon production, which for some obscene reason has stopped working. Very, very grumpy about this. Hence why I've been building wind turbines for about the past 15 minutes. So that I can hop onto Crucius 4, plonk down a whole bunch of bits and bobs, and hopefully increase the power supply a little bit. Because I'm almost certain that it's the interplanetary transport unit that's causing the problem. Okay, a smooth landing, perfect landing, nailed it. Nailed it. Also, we're pretty darn close. Okay, yeah, we're still charging, but yeah, so we've used up all of our silicon here, and it's time to expand. Okay. I don't really care about how this looks. I just need to smash these down. Hey Grump, how's it going? It's not the most efficient setup, but it is working. Okay, let's land. Nice. And then let's juice up. We might even be able to make a charging port here, so that we can juice up a little bit. In fact, we do have a charging port, but I'm completely juiceless. Fine. Well, we'll use the rest of our hydrogen there, and we'll charge up here whilst we can. Okay, satisfaction is very, very low. Both my personal satisfaction and also the satisfaction of the network grid. It's just that simple. My AI compatriots are now no longer happy with their working conditions, which is deeply frustrating. Hence why the sorters have stopped working. It's weird that I should consider the sorters my brethren, but I guess they kind of are. I guess they're a little bit less intelligent than me, but you know, I think the message is clear. Also, we should just connect this up. There is no reason not to. Okay. There's also pretty much no reason to have this there instead. So why don't we just ditch that entirely? Okay, let's try and ruin this planet by overmining it. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're getting back into the old Orbital Potato ways of turning up, destroying the planet, then disappearing. Wonderful. I like this. Okay, lack of an item. Please tell me that I've got enough resources to build more belts. I totally do. Wonderful. Wonderful. I like the idea that the sorters are my pets. I like that. Let's make that canon. Let's make that canon. Go. Okay. Cool. Nice. Charge rate of the spaceport is already maximally lowered. It was just too It's just drawing too much power just in general. But it's okay, because now we're charging faster, and it should be much easier to fix this problem up. I think we'll be fine. We can build a few more wind turbines whilst we're here, I suppose. Queue up a few more. And also, let's speed this belt up. And in fact, we probably could get multiple level 2 belts into the spaceport here. We'll get one for now. We'll see if we need to amend. There we go. Kraken. That was daft, but whatever. There we go. To be honest, kind of just like the idea of making this a 3-way belt that takes all of the good stuff. Right. So I did think about smelting stuff locally here. It would be possible to make high purity silicon on this planet. I briefly considered it, but then I deconsidered it. And the reason that I deconsidered it was because there might be something else that I need silicon for back at base. And of course, in my mind, I had glass, because glass logically is made out of silicon, but not in this game. So maybe I should just turn it into high purity silicon right over here. Maybe I should just do that. Power is an important consideration to factor into my equation. Although, to be fair, I mean, I think that we're actually really good for power here. Also, we could get a Ray Romano over on this planet. We could get a Ray Romano. If we got one of those, then maybe we could draw down on the solar sail power. I don't know how much solar sail power realistically we'd expect to. It's not even that much. 32 megawatts just ain't enough. I mean, consumption demand here is already 22 megawatts, and I think it would be shared across both transmitters, or should I say both receivers. Yeah, everyone knows that glass is obviously made from rock, right? It's definitely not made from silicon. Either way, I mean, look, the problem is, I came here to fix the problem. The problem is now very, very, very much fixed. Let's not make any more wind turbines because, let's face it, I'm very low on power. Very, very, very low on power. And I probably need to juice up a little bit to make sure that we don't run out of juice on the journey home. Let's burn whatever stuff we can. Any other burnables? Any other burnables that are not deuterium fuel rods? I don't think so. I think we're gonna be flying home. Not gonna take glass advice from a juicer. It's true. It's true. I do enjoy a good juicing. Let's walk over to our local juice zone right over here. And then let's fly home. Nanotubes can be burnt, I believe. Same with graphene. Graphene can be burnt. It's pretty worthless, to be honest, though. We got a deuterium fuel rod, which is 600 megajoules. Like, we're gonna get home. It's not an issue about getting home. It's just about if we could save it. If we could save it, it would be nice. But at the end of the day, the whole point of having the fuel rod is to be used. Okay, let's head home. We're locally juicing here. 67% satisfaction. That's actually not half bad. That's actually not half bad, given that I'm juicing up a little bit over here. Yeah, I think we might actually be able to make it home without too much difficulty. There we go. Let's aim towards the planet as the music fades away. Let's speed up. And yeah. Yeah, to be honest, we'll be just fine. The issue is that it just takes a little while. All right, satellite power distribution, very, very cool. Logistics vessels passing us on their way to go and pick up silicon. Very, very nice indeed. What do we got here? Gas giant research. I think we're happy to do that. That'd be good. I mean, I'd love extra hydrogen. Getting extra hydrogen would be brilliant. I don't know what we're gonna use it for yet, but we'll see. We'll We'll see. We'll start needing it at some point. We will start needing it at some point. Extra hydrogen, that is. Right, let's move our what are they called? EM railgun things. Let's move them to the poles. Let's move them to the poles. Turn gas giants into gas stations. Amen. What a brilliant idea. What a incredible idea. Thermal gens can use hydrogen, it's true. Although, believe it or not, I'm not really... I feel like we're okay for power, to be honest. I mean, we were able to spam wind turbines there. I think wind turbines are going to get nerfed a little bit. I think they're a little bit too strong. Okay, well, we're almost home. Let's speed it up. Let's spend the rest of our juice, eh? I've now completely spent everything that I have. We better not miss. We better not miss. We better not miss. Come on. Come on. Or solar battery tech becomes cheaper. Yeah, it's true. Battery tech is too late game at the moment. Oh, I think we're gonna miss, actually. That's the deeply frustrating thing. Oh, really? Really? We're gonna fly right past? Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, well, you know what? Juice up. Give me a whole bunch of megajoules and then turn around. Ugh. Big old pain in the backside. Big old pain in the backside. I was really trying to use it. I was really trying to get home without using my deuterium fuel rod. But as it turns out, we're gonna have to use it. Not the end of the world. Wait for a little bit of charge. Turn around. And then we'll head home. Cool. Almost there. There we go. Okay. Irritating, but not the end of the world. Oh. Splashdown. Easy peasy. Alrighty, let's immediately make sure that we've got another deuterium fuel rod. Because I would really hate to be left out in the cold. Literally the cold of deep space without a deuterium fuel rod. We got 20, that's enough for 2. Also, where the heck did all my hydrogen go? Has my hydrogen been completely depleted here? I think it has. Excellent. Okay. 2 deuterium fuel rods. Let's freaking go. Alrighty. We still don't have any hydrogen coming in, though. Oh, actually, no. Tell a complete lie. It's graphite that we need. Oh, no. Hold up. We are full. We are totally full, amigos. We're full of red research. Okay, well, that's wonderful. To some degree. In fact, that's very, very wonderful. That's very, very good. Okay. Well, I'll take some hydrogen, please. I'll take some hydrogen. Yep, just yoink it out of here. No need to be concerned. And yoink all of the hydrogen into there, and then that's going to create more deuterium. Okay, so gas giant exploitation is structure matrices, which I guess are still probably the things that are holding us back here. And it is the titanium crystals which are the real problem. Titanium crystals need these organic crystals, and the organic crystals are being made. It's just taking a gosh darned long time to make them because they just don't have enough plastic, because plastic requires more refined oil, and we don't have that.